Hey, John Rhys. Matt said you guys have kind of been meeting at like 5:15, 5:30, just something that's been organized just on your own. What are those meetings like? What kind of led you guys to want to do that?
With this new offense, there's a lot that's on our plate, and so as quarterbacks, you kind of want to know everybody's role, everybody's job, and so we decided to take it upon ourselves to come in a little bit earlier to be able to watch some film, whether it's on defenses or on our scheme that we're running, just to know and get a better grasp of the offense that we're running now.
All right, Parrish, go ahead.
Hey, John Rhys, Coach Kiffin told us Monday that he thought you and Matt were a little bit ahead because y'all have played in some games. Does it feel like that to you? Do you feel like you guys are a little ahead in this competition? And who in the competition, has anybody surprised you?
I would say, being able to play in a game or play in an SEC setting really once you get to something like practice, not saying that practice isn't hard or isn't challenging, but it kind of slows practice down just a little bit for you. Really everybody's really caught on well to this new offense, this new scheme we're doing. Matt, of course, his ability to throw. Kincaid has stepped up big time. Grant, he's always has a really good mind for football. He always knows the answers when asked questions. When a defense presents something, Grant always seems to be really sharp in that category. And Cade Renfro, a young guy coming in, really learning the system like all of us. Really, really good. I think he's going to be really good in the future for sure.
You guys ran the ball like 63% of the time last year, and it was a totally different philosophy. Do you find that you are repping the passing game more right now?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think everybody's really excited about it, to get a little bit more variety, to the offense. I feel like last year sometimes we could be one-dimensional, but I think this upcoming year that we are going to turn some heads for sure.
All right, we'll go to Nick.
John Rhys, you talked a lot last year about wanting to get more consistent and more productive in the passing game. Do you feel like you've gotten better this offseason? And if so, what ways?
Yeah, absolutely. And coming with Coach Lebby and the new staff coming in, one of the big things that they wanted to do was clean up our footwork as quarterbacks as a whole unit, and that in itself has helped me a lot, with timing, being on time for routes, being able to see the whole picture a lot better instead of, sometimes I use my legs and it can not be as well for me when I need to sit in there. And so them cleaning that up a little bit and me learning from them has helped me a whole lot for sure.
Okay, Nate, go ahead.
How have they kind of gotten you to balance just, hanging in there in the pocket to try to make the pass versus, just using your legs and that ability that you have?
I think my ability is not going anywhere, so I think they know that I can do that. But it's definitely about working on getting better in different aspects of the game, such as, throwing, seeing the whole picture, seeing the defense, knowing your answers when a defense presents you something. And so really a lot of it has done with not really seeing the defense as much, but really knowing our offense to the point where when the defense does present something, I know where our answers are as an offensive whole. So I would say that would be the biggest thing that's helping me right now. I'm sure at some point I will break away, on a pass play, get outside of the tackles and use my legs. But it's good to be able to sit in there and throw it around too.
All right, we'll go to Ben.
Yeah, John Rhys, there's been a lot made of the pass rush that was lost on the defensive side. I know it's only been a couple of days, but what have you seen so far from the defense and the ability to get to you guys as quarterbacks?
We got some really talented guys, Sam, him not being here is definitely going to hurt us a little bit, but guys like Ryder, like the young guys coming in like B-Mac, Ladarius Cox, PJ, just to name some guys. I mean, really, really talented, really, really fast, really, really strong. And that's really what you're looking for at the D-line, So sometimes some plays when we don't execute when we need to, they end up in your lap as they should. And so I think it's making everybody better, having those guys coming against us.
Okay, we'll go to Nick.
Has there been a point in the last couple of weeks when you considered maybe thinking about opting out of the season? And if not, just kind of what makes you feel comfortable about playing this year despite all that's swirling around?
Yeah, the thought really never crossed my mind. I've always really wanted to play, and that's really what I want to do. And definitely since coming back to campus, excuse me, definitely since coming back to campus, it really made me want to play more because the precautions that we take and everything that we do makes me really confident in our safety while we're here playing football, as in going to classes, doing other things. A lot of our classes are online, which makes me feel even more safe. I don't have to be around a large group of people with the potential of getting sick. But as for me, it hasn't really crossed my mind since coming here. It made me feel even more confident in playing.
Okay, we'll go back to Ben.
John Rhys, what have you seen from Ben Brown at center since Eli opted out? That was y'all's one opt-out. Ben stepping in there. Has it been a pretty seamless transition so far?
He's done a really, really good job. Ben, I'm sure, as y'all all know, is really, really talented physically and mentally, to be able to switch positions like that and just pick it up that quick, I think is really, really impressive. He's really done a really good job so far. I think we just got to – when you switch a center, you got to kind of get used to catching a different ball, catching a different snap. So it's just a matter of getting used to him snapping the ball. But as of upfront blocking and picking up things and seeing things, he's doing a really, really good job.
Ben, you can ask another.
And what about the wide receivers? I mean, obviously Elijah got his numbers, but there were some guys that were maybe underutilized last year, specifically Jonathan Mingo. So what have you seen from the wideouts through 3 days?
I think we got weapons on the outside. To say the least, that's an understatement. I think we got guys that can go get it and go make plays. And I'm really, really, really looking forward to getting the ball in their hands this year and watching them work because I think once we get them the ball that they can be really, really dangerous.
Parrish, you can go ahead.
Hey, John Rhys, you mentioned staying safe and things like that. What do you think when you see these images on social media of large gatherings and people without masks, a lot of them college students? And are you confident that you guys as a team can make decisions and stay out of things like that?
I think that we can, most definitely. I think because right when we got here, we're tested pretty frequently now. Frequently, I wouldn't say as much as going to be in the upcoming season. I think they plan on testing us something like 3 times a week. But we came every couple of weeks or so we would get tested, and a couple randoms would pop up here and there. But right when we first got here, you could see that there was a larger number of guys on the team that got the virus, and then it significantly went down because I think it kind of opened our eyes to the fact of, oh, this is real. This is a real thing, and we need to, if we want to play this season, then we have to hunker down. I think we've done a really, really good job as a team of deciding, hey, let's be safe. Let's do this the right way so that we can play a season.
Nick, go ahead.
Going off that, just can you tell us what test days are like, and just does it get easier to be tested this frequently, or is it always still just kind of a hassle?
Definitely not a hassle. To get tested, you want to know if somebody is sick or asymptomatic and that has the virus. But the thing that I'm sure you all have seen people get tested or got tested yourself, they send a very long stick up your nose, and it's uncomfortable. But I mean, it's something that we got to do, and I think we're going to get used to it. It doesn't get easier doing it, but I would definitely not call it a hassle. I think it's very much needed.
Ben, go ahead.
John Rhys, what are your thoughts about playing a 10-game SEC schedule? I mean, you're used to getting a few non-conferences, but now you're getting all league all the time. What's that like for you guys?
I'm really excited, and everybody I've talked to on the team is really, really excited as well. People like Elijah Moore I've talked to, I said, E, what do you think about it? He said they can't say nothing, which means that when we prove ourselves, not that we have to prove ourselves, when we make plays, make really big plays, or do really good against these teams, you can't say that these teams aren't talented, because we're going to be playing against really, really talented teams, and we're very, very confident going into the season.